Good morning, friends. Welcome back to Astrology Today and Tarot. My name is Mel Rose. This is the Tarot portion of the second half of my daily astrology vlog, which you can check out on my other channel, Astrology Today with Mel Rose. Here I will discuss the tarot card that sits on the side of the page. I'll do a quick review of the day's aspects before I play another card that may give us something more to think about. So let's get into it. The card that currently sits on the side of the page is the Five of Wands. And the Five of Wands is here because it relates directly to the first 10 days or the first decan of the sun's transit in the land of Leo. And tomorrow we're going to switch to the Six of Wands. So today is the final day of that first 10 days or that first decan of the sun's transit in the land of Leo. Leo is a fire sign. Wands in tarot are fire. Fire element symbolism is about spark, drive, passion, that motivation or that momentum that we get to move into action when something inspires us into action. And so, you know, we follow our passions with much much forward motion and determination when we're in a fiery mode of being. And you know, here with the Five of Wands, we see a number of people who are apparently very passionate or determined about something. And it looks as though they have stopped to fight with one another, perhaps to try to engage in some competition to see what the weak points are in terms of the in terms of who is your competition. A little rivalry is in here, and perhaps a little struggle to establish dominance, or just to say, hey, I'm the best at this, or, you know, you all should at least pay attention to my idea, right, as to how we best move forward. But I tend to look at this card also as a point where, you know, if we have something that we're passionate about and something that we're determined to accomplish, and that thing is not standing around swinging our stick and trying to show other people how passionate and determined we are, then this is a place where we get stopped, we get held up, we get sort of distracted from the goals that we are pursuing, and that's not something that we really wish to do. So my advice when I see this card is often like, is there anything you can do to avoid being involved in this fight? You know, because nobody's really getting hurt here, all right? This is really just a test of wills, but is it a test of wills that, you know, is worth being involved in? Is it a test of wills that will, you know, ultimately help us get closer to our goal? And with all of that said, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle some cards while I remind myself and the cards that the sun is in Leo. Mercury is also in Leo, so this is a time to be expressing ourselves in grand regal fashion. You know, we're capable of sharing a good deal of warmth at this time through gifts that we just naturally bring, sort of letting our spirit shine through, especially out in the outer life, work, social, civic. We can express ourselves in a more dramatic way, and we can share our passion with other people. Moon starts in Leo today and goes to Virgo this afternoon, and it's a waxing crescent, so this is time to set intentions for the coming weeks and months. Leo's influence invites us to make grander designs than we normally would, and Virgo says that we have the capacity to set some things right with the plans we're making right now. On the moon side of the page today, at 1:10 in the afternoon, moon makes ingress to Virgo. So I had this really long, I don't know how long it was. We had this really long void of course overnight. It spanned the midnight hour. And now the moon is going into Virgo. And this is a time when it's in our hearts to find solutions to material problems. This is like about our health or the health of the people around us. The nice things we like to have, our finances. It's nice to be in the mode of proper management of our resources, and that's kind of where we are for the next couple of days. Mercury goes opposite to Saturn on the sun side today, and that will be with us through August 4th. It's actually tomorrow morning at 1:05 in the morning, but Saturn here has a sort of depressing effect on our rational abilities to think, plan, have conversations, And we also might have some sort of serious thoughts. We might be sort of dwelling on, you know, anxiety about finding support or providing support or just being able to gain the assets that we need, right? Okay, and then in the ongoing column, Venus is square to Jupiter through today, okay? Connect and consider the future. Keep it light. Not a lot of seriousness in this vibe, okay? So we just really want to be leisurely, and we want to dream and think and connect with people that we like to keep close. And that's a really good vibe for it. And, you know, don't miss out on it today just because it's the last day. Mercury square Mars is here to sort of reinforce this idea that we don't get too serious right now. It says, don't get ahead of yourself. You know, we might have a tendency to rush or to hurry, or at least to move and act like we're in a hurry. If you find yourself acting like you're in a hurry or actually being in a hurry, it might not hurt to just sort of slow down and follow through. You know, maybe we said that we would be there at 10 minutes till, and it's going to be more like 10 minutes after, but the point is getting there safely, right? And you know, having everything we need on hand to do it. And then Mercury is also square to Uranus at this time, you know, so surprises might come up, you know, things might, you know, plans might change very abruptly, or, you know, in general, we might just have some, some little surprises pop up that seem to stop us, and that definitely change our perspective, but we can keep moving forward. Okay, just manage those surprises. Try to stay grounded. Remember your grounding practice, okay? Uranus and the North Node are conjunct right now, and coming up pretty soon, Mars and Uranus are going to go conjunct, so that's going to happen while this is happening. They're all going to be occupying the same space in the sky, okay? So this is really about anxiety about our ability to get the resources that we rely on for that sense of support and security at home. And when Mars comes in, it's going to be like, I desire to act on, I desire to act on this shifting sense of security that I have. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out. Right now, you know, if you're feeling that anxiety, you know, look around, be grateful for what you have, notice that your needs and desires are currently met, and make that a statement that you use, because when you are, because the universe gives us what we express that we are receiving, okay? So if you say, I'm very sad, you're going to keep being very sad. That's what it just keeps sending to you as reasons to be sad. But if you say, I never have anything that I need, then, you know, don't be surprised when you stop having things that you need. But so, you know, I just always tend to say all of my needs and desires are met. And of course, that doesn't mean it takes zero effort on my part. It means that I still have to maintain the effort to make sure my needs and desires are met. But, you know, it also gives me confidence in my ability to do so. Plus, I know that Spirit is listening and saying, yes, all of your needs and desires are met. I agree with you, which is what we need. Pluto is retrograde through October 8th, and Pluto is just bringing us through these endings and beginnings and parts of ourselves that we might have never even imagined could be changed. Okay, so when we look back on ourselves, you know, now, next year, we might not even recognize the person we were, okay? And we aren't fully aware of these changes as they're happening, and we probably won't know the whole story until after it's all over. So go easy on yourself, okay? Your psyche, your heart and mind are doing a lot more intuitive labor than you probably notice. Saturn continues retrograde, and this is in Aquarius, so this wants us to examine for ourselves whether we're being responsible and supportive citizens in our community. Whatever it is you think about, how well you're participating, we're being asked to recommit to the maintenance of our social and civic networks of support at this time. Jupiter is retrograde, currently in Aries, where we find expansion and growth by taking action. This retrograde wants us to see what parts of our lives we can take action on to find personal growth in the direction of these grander ideas that we have for ourselves, what we can be, do, and have. Also, Neptune is retrograde in Pisces. No illusions, okay? Any fantasies you've been operating under are going to become transparent to you. You can see the difference between the fantasy and the reality, and that's a really good thing, because it's it pays to dream. It pays to have fantasies. That tells us sort of the ideal of where we'd like to get, but you have to also, be standing on the ground in reality to get there, or moving on the ground in reality. Chiron is retrograde. We are acting to heal our social wounds. Mercury is trying to Chiron at this time. So these solutions that we're seeking, especially to everyday problems, perhaps around self-esteem or social anxiety, those are easy to find at this time. They are available to us. There is a blessing trine here that says, seek and you shall find. All right. And with all of that said, I'm going to go ahead and turn this over. Oh, we got the Knight of Pentacles. All right. So someone's bringing in a gift, and they are looking to the future. This is a person who is well-resourced, or at least, understands that all of their needs and desires are met, right? They're well-supported, and, they've got something to give. They've got something to provide, or they've got something to contribute in terms of material resources. Okay, this person is capable of sort of speeding up the action a little bit when it comes to whatever we might be falling behind on, especially in our sort of passion pursuits. They might be able to speed the action by bringing in material resources. So, if you are a Knight of Pentacles and you've got resources to share, how are you showing your commitment to your community right now? Is there something more you can do to be contributing to the uplift of the people that you rely on for support in your social, civic, and work networks? This is also an invitation to stay grounded, to be calm. Like I said, this person realizes that all of their needs and desires are met. They're here to help us meet our needs and desires. This can just be, a level of self-confidence in our own ability to garner the resources that we need. Our own ability to find that seed packet or that, that material resource and bring it to our passion pursuit or our bigger, grander idea of what it is that we would like to be, do, and have. This can also be a person that you can turn to for help, that might be interested in investing in whatever it is that you're trying to do. And it's always worthwhile to ask. There's never any harm in asking. Taken together with the Five of Wands, I would say, because I think of this as a distraction, it's almost like a Four of Cups sort of situation. Like you're so distracted by, this sort of competition and rivalry with people that you are in conflict with, people that maybe share similar passions, but really want to dominate the situation. And if you get distracted, then you might not notice this offer coming in. You might not notice this resource opportunity that is available to you. So again, stay grounded, manage these kind of surprises that come up. Okay. Don't get lost in the comments section or lost in some sort of a fight with somebody over something that does not matter in terms of how well you're going to progress. Okay. And miss out on the opportunity or the person bringing in the opportunity. All right. Look for the well-supported person around you that has something to offer in terms of material resources, and, be willing to ask them to get involved. I believe that's all I have to say about it today, friends. It was remarkably short. My name is Mel Rose. I'm so happy that you joined me this morning, and I'll see you all back here tomorrow for more Astrology Today and Tarot.